you ready? Because I'm not. But ready or not, here we go. Now, we're back to episode 6, part 2, the days of Noah. Now, let's get right into it. Okay, 2,000 plus miles high giants, possibly in these deep underground military bases, miles below the earth. Perhaps they are sleeping giants. Who knows? I have no idea. Perhaps they're dead and all that's left are bones. And those are hidden in deep underground military bases. Just as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of Man returns. No one knows the day or hour. Doesn't say no one knows the month or year. Now, when the Israelites were scattered, a lot of them ended up in Ethiopia. And the canon that they had was different. I would say it's the original canon, not the King James canon. Not that canon's false, but there's books missing. My opinion. Okay, the internet. The Orthodox Tahito Biblical Canon is a version of the Christian Bible used in 2 Oriental Orthodox churches of Ethiopia and Eritrean traditions. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tahito Church and the Eritrean Orthodox Tahito Church at 81 books is the largest and most diverse biblical canon in traditional Christendom. Trust the science of lies and delusion. When science can't determine the difference between a boy and a girl, we're in trouble. That's not science. That's a blunt lies. Do you accept these lies? Do you accept that your children have rights to have their genitals removed without your permission as a parent? Are you okay with that? Have we been distracted? Have we been loath to sleep? Conditioned, programmed, brainwashed? I believe so to a great degree. And we are, in my opinion, at least 100 years behind. I'll get into that maybe in a part 3 or a different episode. Let's continue real quick. We're almost done with this. This is a short one. Okay. Revelation and asteroids. Okay. Let's see what the internet has to say. Overview. Asteroid 99942 Apophis is a near-Earth object, NEO, estimated to be about 1,100 feet, 335 meters across. When it was discovered in 2004, Apophis, which is also the name of the Egyptian god of chaos, is supposed to be passing by the Earth, Sun, and uh, the Moon, 2029. And okay, let me read Revelation real quick. Okay, the fourth angel, Revelation 8, verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded. I believe that asteroid that they're talking about uh, could be a different asteroid. Could be wrong. You know. Uh, anyways, then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. Anyways, let's get into the Bible a little bit right now. Okay, Numbers chapter 13, verse 16 through 33. We were as grasshoppers in their sight. Now, when I think of a grasshopper and my foot next to a grasshopper, imagine the height. Imagine what that grasshopper looks up and goes, wow, that's a giant. Anyways, these are the names of the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Hoshea, son of Nun, Joshua. Then Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, go up this way into the south, and go up to the mountains, and see what the land is like. Go up this way. Whether the people who dwell in it are strong or weak, few or many. Whether the land they dwell in is good or bad. Whether the cities that inhabit are like camps or strongholds. Whether the land is rich or poor, and whether there are forests or there are not. Be of good courage, and bring some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the season of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin as far as Rehob, near the entrance of Hamath. And they went up through the south and came to Hebron. Ahiman, Shesah, and Talmah, the descendants of the Anak, were there. Now Hebron was 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Then they came to the valley of Eshcol, and there cut down a branch with one cluster of grapes. They carried it between two of them on a pole. They also brought some of the pomegranates and figs. The place was called the Valley of Eshcol. Could be saying that wrong. Because of the cluster which the men of Israel cut down there, and they returned from spying out the land for 40 days. They spied out the land. Now they departed and came back to Moses And Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. They brought back word to them and to all the congregation and showed them the fruit of the land. Then they told him and said, "We went to the land where you sent us, Moses. It truly has cities that are fortified. The land flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who dwell in the land are strong. The cities are fortified and very large. We saw the descendants of the Anak in the land of the south. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea along the banks of Jordan." Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and take possession, for we are well able to overcome them." But the men who had gone up with him said, "We are not able to go up against these people, for they are stronger than we are." And they gave the children of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied out. The land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants, the descendants of the Anak came from the giants. We were like grasshoppers in their sight. And so we were in their sight. Now, I know this is past the days of Noah, right? But it talks about giants. Anyways, okay. Let me ask a few questions. Where are the bones of the giants? Where are they? I've heard every time they find them, there's an organization of some sort, or someone comes and takes the bones and they're gone. I have no idea where they go, but they're gone. They're taken. Other question. Do we have cloning technology? Yes, we do. They even put it on the news, which is deceptive and lies constantly. So when they put something on the news, it's only a piece of the truth. But anyways, you remember when they talked about cloning sheep? Anyways, let's ask the internet real quick, okay? Larger bones tend to survive better and are therefore differentially available for sampling for genetic analysis. The dense cortical portions of lower limb bones and the harder tissues of teeth tend to be consistently reliable in generating DNA profiles compared to less dense, spongy bone. Just as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of Man returns. Now, we're definitely going to get more into this. What are your thoughts about cloning, about the bones of the giants? Where are they? What are your thoughts? I would love to know, and I'm sure there's other people that would love to know as well. Anyways, God bless, and hopefully I see you on the other side. Have a good night. Peace. The Days of Noah. Part 2. Drop the mic.
Press 1 for yes, and 2 for yes. Yes.